Drop Podcast.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the FDP.
FDP, back again. Joe, I'm very happy you're here because it was a bit of a worry whether you would be able to make it because I know you've got other outstanding commitments. So it's great that you're here, mate. I really appreciate it. How are you?
Thank you. I'm good. Yeah, I'm all right, mate. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. Not too bad, thank you. It's been a lovely weekend.
I'm loving the background.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm loving that fresh trophy that you've got.
I forgot the doors open as well. Right, I have some serious fucking beef with you about these trophies. So we forgot to do it last week, actually, as well, didn't we? So every year we have got trophies for our competitions that we do on the podcast. I'm sure people are aware. They see the trophies. It's a talking point. Whenever I'm on like a work call or anything, people are like, oh, you got some trophies. I'm like, yeah, I got some trophies. Big boy's got some trophies. They're for my made-up football Premier League predictions cup that me and my mate made up. And a fantasy football one that I made up because I wasn't winning the predictions anymore. So I wanted more trophies. So every year we take it in turns, don't we, Will, of sorting out the trophies. So this year it was you. You only got them last week. It's supposed to be the end of the season, but you only got them last week. So this is, just for size comparison, this is the 2024 FPL Winners Trophy.
Yep.
So that's a 23-24 season, this one.
Yep.
So I said to you, can you just order them again? I sent you the links, so you had them. And I was like, here's the picture of it. You know the size, it's the same size as the other one. This is the 24-25 season one. So I am expecting a replacement of this, Will.
You are?
Yes, you need to be replacing it with a full-size one, not this shitty little one.
Wow.
So I'm calling you out now. But I must admit, I do think we should have gone with these smaller ones. Because I know for a fact, you and I, we're never going to end this podcast. Even if we get 5 plays a week, we're going to keep going. And I'm going to need a much bigger shelf for all the trophies that I'm not going to win.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm calling you out. I'm not happy about it. But they're up there. So until I get a replacement. So after this podcast, if you can order it, please, that'd be great. Thank you very much.
It's as good as done, mate. It's as good
like
as
last
done.
Time, yeah.
I was just checking the FPL and I think I'm ahead of you. How many points did you get? Do you know?
I haven't checked it this weekend yet. No, I haven't checked it.
I got 77, Ben. I got 77 points.
That's a blinding week, mate.
Mate, it was so good. I would have got more, but I was like, Haaland hasn't really been hitting it. So I captained Gyökeres and took out Haaland. And then Haaland scored 2. No. Oh, mate, I felt like Michael Richards. I was like, fuck's sake, Haaland.
Oh, no.
Done nothing for me.
Mate.
But I thought Gyökeres was, he deserved 2, to be fair to him.
He did. Mate, how did that other one.
In here, man.
So annoying. So annoying.
But yeah, that trophy is good. I have got a confession to make. So I have broken both of my other trophies, my 23 and my 24 predictions.
Have you?
Trophy, yeah. So I put them up.
Have you got them? Let's see. Let's have a look. How bad are we talking?
Oh, mate, one of them is disintegrated. I might be able to glue it back. So one, I don't know if you can hear me. One fell off, and it kind of broke in half. So you got the stand.
Oh no!
And then the other one, I was cutting the garage door just so it doesn't open anymore. And the spring smashed into it. So it's in like different pieces.
Oh no!
Yeah,
mate, you've got to replace them.
So I've broken. So I've only got one now that's actually works. 25 though.
Oh, mate, shocking.
Yeah, so that's bad. So I feel a bit like Aubameyang with the FA Cup.
Mate, that was so funny. That whole moment.
Funny, yeah.
That was, do you know what? That was such a banter era of Arsenal Football Club, wasn't it? There was no real like seriousness. It was just pure vibes. That's all we did. It was just like, let's just have a fucking laugh, lads. Let's enjoy ourselves. Good fun. So how's your week been?
Good question. The week has been all right, I think. Yeah, just kind of prepping for new arrival, and yeah, not too bad actually. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know what I've done this weekend. Saturday was one of those days where, as a footballing dad, as a footballer,
Footballer.
no, as,
I'm like,
as the
look,
dad.
I love the fact you play for Man v Fat, but I wouldn't say you're a footballer. I know you play for the 11s and you're Billy Big Bollocks now, but Jesus, you played like 3 games. Calm down.
As a dad of a footballer, mate, standing in that rain, absolutely, I was fucking freezing on the side of the pitch. I felt sorry for the kids as well, though. To be fair, they were just there, like really, really, really shivering.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, they won, so it was a good day all round.
Good.
Yeah. So yeah, yesterday was Jack's party, so that was fun. How about you? You've had a nice weekend, didn't you?
Yeah, I've had my girl all weekend. It's been lovely. She is walking now. She's got such a personality as well. Like, she's just full on. She just laughs, giggles. She's got a cheeky little smile. She slaps me and punches me when I'm not giving her enough attention. She started doing this like almost full blown strop and sulk on the floor. She doesn't get her own way. She'll like throw herself down and start crying. So I just like pull her up and just go, no, we don't do that at Daddy's house. And all of a sudden she was like, okay, Dad, fair enough. And then she gets up, smiles, gives me a cuddle, and then walks off and like runs off, like goes to get a ball or something like that. I'm just like, I wonder if she does this at her mum's. I'm gonna have to ask her about this. I always forget because obviously she literally strops for like 3 seconds and stops. But you can tell when she gets tired, she does that clingy, like hands, like arms in the air, does that.
Yeah, hard to resist.
But yeah, it's her birthday soon. It's her birthday this week.
I know,
she's gonna be 1, which is, it's insane how quick it's gone.
It really is
Absolutely insane. So yeah, other than that though, my week's been pretty good, mate. Just been on a job hunt, had some interviews, had some calls, done some FDP speciales. So we've got one coming out on Friday, which is exciting as well, with Mike Robbins. So listen to that, really exciting and insightful one, that. Ex-football scout, which is quite cool.
That is cool. Yeah, well done. Yeah, cool, man. Cool. Absolutely buzzing. I did see our biggest fan, Lou, on Friday night. So she sends her regards to your family.
Hi, Lou.
Yeah, which was good fun.
Big shout out.
Nice to catch up. Yes, that was good.
Yeah, I did want to talk to you about that actually a little bit, because you've struggled this week with diet-wise by the sounds of things. You've had a few fruitful days, or fruitless days, maybe some may say, but maybe donut-full days.
There was some fruit in there, yeah.
But you went to Minster Meze, so we are fans of Minster Meze, so we always do a little bit of a shout out for them. But you was quite sensible, I think, maybe the best word.
I don't know if you're talking about me. I don't know if I've ever been sensible. This week on the diet front has been a very bad week for me. So I think it started off with a Chinese. It then went into sweets and chocolate and donuts, and then it went into crisps and chocolate, and then it went to Minster Meze. Then the next night I had a kebab, and then last night we went to Frankie and Benny's. And it's just, yeah, I don't even really like Frankie and Benny's. It was only because that's where Robin wanted to go, so it was like, ugh. But I will be honest, Frankie and Benny's, I only had like an arrabbiata pasta, so it was only like 500 calories, so it weren't too bad. But we was going to aim for the Toby Carveries, and that's like 2,000 calories, doesn't it? So luckily,
but 2,000 times better.
Yeah, luckily they were fully booked, so we couldn't get in. So I mean, the diet has been completely terrible. I'm still not had any alcohol for 3 weeks now, so that's going quite well.
Well done.
Yeah, so I think if I was going to football tonight, which I'm not sure that I am, I'm about 99% sure I'm not. I think I'll be struggling to get to a good weight for weigh-in. How about you?
It's not been the best. It's not been terrible, but it's not been the best. It's been very up and down. So I've been very gluttonous at times. Monday night, I had a Domino's. I've not had a Domino's for ages. And I was like, do you know what? I really fancy one. I was a little bit, I can't even remember our game, but I know I was a little bit disappointed with it after. So yeah, I was just like, oh, do you know what? I'm hungry, but then I always think like I'm going to build myself up. I want the hype. I really want a pizza. I've got to earn it. And I was 0.1 up, which is like the most frustrating weight gain you could ever get at Man v Fat. It's like, and I even joked with you because there's a guy in front who got 0.1. He's like, oh, it's so annoying. I was like, it's the worst one, isn't it, mate?
Yeah,
And obviously I suffered the fucking same. So very annoyed at that. But yeah, other than that, I've had a couple of, no, I've had quite a lot of good meals, but it's the snacks for me this week that's really killed me. So yeah, I don't know. At the moment, I'm up, but as we know, like my scales are so different to what the actual official scales are. I just don't know if I can
nah,
get
fair.
in and around half a kilo of what Adam's scales were. I'm in with a shout.
You're all right. How did
Mm.
you find the exercise challenge, and have you done much other exercise outside of that?
Right. So I've been doing a bit of core work in the evenings. So I've done 5 days I did 5 days in a row. I did Monday to Friday. So I did some stuff that I used to do years ago. So it was 15 press ups. No, sorry, 15 sit ups, 15, like, I don't know the name of it, but basically you get your legs and go like that and like crunch. Is it crunches? Sort of bring
Oh,
them
what?
up, bring them to your chest kind
Oh,
of thing.
yeah, that
And
is not what you
then
was doing
kind
with
of
your
like,
fingers, but yeah.
no, it's kind of like my fingers were my legs. You sort of go like that with it and bring them forward, but my fingers can't go that way. And then some like lifts basically to lift them up just slightly off the floor.
Oh, yeah.
And then stupidly was doing some planks, even though we did them last week. But I really enjoyed it. I was only doing 30
Yeah,
seconds though, but I've done
right.
that Monday to Friday, and then had like weekend of nothing basically. But I did
Okay.
so I did your pull push legs thing. I enjoyed it, and I'll be honest, it's given me a bit of an itch to get back in the gym. So genuinely a massive thank you for that. It's really
That was the
encouraged me.
idea. That was the idea.
Yeah, and as much as I don't really get the workouts. So I did some looks online and looked. I don't know if people do these workouts like push pull legs. I know it's an easier thing to condense it down to 3 days instead of like 4 or 5 days. I totally get it. It makes sense. But because I'm so familiar with doing it muscle group by muscle group, I found it really difficult. I didn't really know what I was doing, but it was nice to kind of get back into the swing of things. But I tell you
Yeah.
what, the worst one was my fucking shoulders. No idea why, but I was doing shrugs and stuff. And oh my God, the next day and the day after, all across here, I was in absolute bits. I couldn't even lift. I was like, I can't do anything. And then I had Maisie. I was like, oh my God, Maisie, you're so heavy. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. So yeah, massive thanks for that, mate. That was it was a good one.
That was, yeah, I'll be honest. The intention behind it was for you to just get back into the gym and start enjoying it. I don't really care whether you enjoyed push pull legs. Obviously, you know, that's just what I do. So if that's works
Mm,
for you, it works for you. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But it's just about getting you back into the gym. So I
yeah.
obviously did. I do that anyway. But I did. So I did two push days, two pull days, and one leg day. Because who wants to do 2 leg days in a week? But I did do a couple of runs and stuff. So
Oh, well
exercise
done,
this week
mate.
has been actually really good for me. I think that's why my weight probably isn't as high as it probably should be with the
Yeah, sounds
amount of
it.
stuff I've shoveled into my face. So yeah, I think that's good. Have you got a challenge for this week?
I do, but this might be an overarching challenge given your imminent arrival.
Yeah.
So my plan
Is it something I
was
can do in the hospital?
no, it's not. Well, you could do, I suppose. The overarch is going to be like a double challenge week. Let's put it that way. So we have a competition between you and I. This might have to be for the Man v Fat Cup competition, but from our last weigh-in, because after the end of our season, we've got 2 or 3 games as like the cup things that will come through.
Okay, yeah.
Because I think next week's our end of our last game of the season, but you're not going to be here for it.
No, I think we've got 3 games. We've got Burgundy, Teals, and Greens. So we've got 3 games left.
Oh, is it 3? Oh, okay. Well, basically, if you can go to weigh in tonight, if not, it'll come from last week. Someone's got to lose the highest percentage. It's a head-to-head in weight between that weigh-in and the next weigh-in that we both can do. Because obviously, I might lose. So it's not like on weight or anything like that because I've got more weight to lose. But percentage-wise, I think that's probably more fair. So from our last recorded weigh-in that we've both gone together to our next recorded weigh-in, let's do that.
Yeah. All right.
But other than that, sit-up challenge this week. 30 sit-ups for 7 days.
What, 30 sit-ups every day?
Yeah.
Okay.
Got to do it in one session, in one sitting. Even if you do 10 and have to stop, you have to just do it in one go.
So and I assume you mean sit-up is you're on the floor and then you go all the way up to your knees.
Yeah, as close as possible to your knees.
So no, it's not crunches where you just sort of...
No, full on sit-up. Yeah, full on sit-up. Yeah.
All right.
So if you want to do it in sets of 10, like 10, 10, 10, that's fine. That's probably what I'll have to do, realistically.
Can I do 30, 30? Can I do 7 sets of 30 in one day? And I'm not going to, but could I do that? Because I don't think I'm going to be able to do it if I don't get the opportunity to do something like that.
Okay, yeah, it needs to be 7 lots of 30 sit-ups then.
Fine. I can probably do that. I'd struggle if you're saying to me you have to do it every day because I don't know if I'm about to do that this week.
Yeah, I appreciate your situation's different, but when things are back in motion, I think we have to try and things like that we can do every day. That's 2 minutes of your day.
Yeah, I know, but I forget. But no, you're right. Okay. Yeah, I'll do that this week.
I know, that's the whole point of it, isn't it? It's to be accountable. So yeah, it's all part of our little FDP fit. Let's do it. So there we go. So we got 2 challenges this week. And then one's like an ongoing challenge. All right. Because you've struggled with the weight loss. I've struggled with it. I've been very up and down. I've lost more this season, which is great, but it's hard to get that consistency. And you're going for BMI now as well, so you've got to go for it, mate.
So hopefully this will spur you on for about a fucking year. But yeah, no, that's cool.
But you're not far off now, so you've got this. So there we go. I just wanted to talk about something that we forgot to talk about last week. Daniel Levy has been sacked by Tottenham, and we didn't talk about it.
Was he sacked, or did he just leave?
Well, he left, but basically every rumour I've seen says he was sacked.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the family who own it, I can't remember their name. But yeah, the family who own Tottenham have basically said, like, we want to win stuff now, so see you later. See you later, bucko.
Yeah. And it's Vinny, isn't it? It's taken over.
Yeah.
Vinny.
Well, he's been there for a while, mate.
Yeah, but he's taken over from Levy.
Yeah, he's taken over from Levy. But yeah, he's been at Tottenham for quite a while. And actually, there's quite a few ex-Arsenal people going to Tottenham recently. I saw on LinkedIn, there's about 3 or 4 like sort of senior level, not quite board level, but senior level. They've gone from Arsenal to there. So interesting moves that. But do you think this changes Spurs with Levy not there? Do you think they'll loosen the strings a bit more? And do you reckon we'll see some sort of bigger signings, maybe higher wages?
I think possibly. I think Spurs have probably been and is sort of touted as being the best run club financially in the league. So I think that it will be hard to get away from that when they've got so much they've had so much financial security. But yeah, I think they probably will sort of loosen those purse strings a little bit. But only time will tell, because they probably have got money in the bank that they can spend, which is quite scary actually, considering their start. They've been absolutely smashing it. They look really good. Thomas Frank is an absolute genius.
We've always said on this pod that we like him. We think he's a good manager. We've always said that, haven't we? It's
Yeah, yeah,
disappointing that we don't like him anymore because he's a Spurs manager.
yeah. It is
But you still got to respect what he does.
100%. He's done a fantastic job. Spurs have
Yeah,
been unreal. I mean, with Xavi Simmons, Kudus, and Tell in the middle at the weekend, they did
yeah.
really well.
And they've got Kolo Muani, who is a good player, in reserve there as well. And they still got, Brennan Johnson, who has been playing well for them. You still got Solanke, who still does a decent job. They've got a bit more of depth now, haven't they?
They have, yeah, in absolute numbers. Yeah, they're a good team, and I think the injuries that they had last year might, as looks to have kind of settled down a little bit. I know we're only 4 games in, but if you compare that to some of the injuries that are going on, Tottenham seem to have gotten away with it at the moment. So there could be just a bit of a change in what they've been doing with the backroom staff in the background in training and stuff. That's leading to the successes on the pitch and with the injury. So yeah,
It's not often we praise Spurs on this pod, but yeah, you can't really say a bad word at the moment. They're doing really well. They're looking like they'll only get better and better. But I think from a manager perspective, Thomas Frank going in, doing what he's done, for me, is a bit of an eye-opener for any other manager that takes over teams, like Ruben Amorim, for example. Don't push your philosophy too hard, too quick. Thomas Frank has gone in, he's playing the way he wants to play, but he's tweaking it as he goes rather than, this is how I play, this is all I'm doing, you have to do that. Like he knows the players can do that, but he's got to work towards where he wants to go. But they're doing it in a sort of slight tweak way, whereas Amorim's come in, ripped everything up, and it is still not paying dividends. I mean, look at the game yesterday or Sunday by the time this goes out. I think they were unlucky not to get a goal or two. Donnarumma made his debut, made some great saves, but the way United play, they just don't know what to do. And the goals that they conceded were, well, from the way I see it, was they just in the wrong position. They don't know what they're doing. They don't understand the formation still.
yeah, I know what you mean. And I think Gary Neville and Roy Keane were in absolute uproar yesterday. But Amorim has come out and said, I'm not going to change my ways. If you want somebody to do something differently, you're going to have to change the person that is there. So that's a very clear, I'm not changing, change the manager before I change my ways. So I think that just gives United just one option, that they have to get rid of Amorim because it's not working. And I'm not one for calling for people's dismissal, unless obviously Tony Mowbray's ill. But but no, genuinely, I'm not that person to do that. But I think he's pushing his luck a little bit for me, because he's not adaptable. He's not changing. He's not showing what he can do in that sense.
Yeah, and I think that everyone says like it's great to stick to your principles, stick to the way you want to play, but for everyone else, you've got to be able to adapt. Like in any job role, you can't just be fixated in the way you work. You have to be able to adapt to the way things are and then change it slowly over time. Russell Martin at Southampton, absolutely flopped because we're playing this way, we're playing out from the back. Doesn't work in the Premier League. You need to adapt.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
it's gone to Rangers, and it's still doing the same thing, and it's not working there at the moment. It may do, but it's not working. But he said,
No.
I stick to my principles. This is what like directors of football and owners, they want to have this like good side of football. But no, you need to win. And Man United are in a position where they have to get back up and winning.
I was
Like,
going to use
you
the
can't do it.
exact same example with Russell Martin and Amorim, who's not changing their ways, and Pochettino, not Pochettino, Postecoglou as well, when he was at Spurs, was kind of the same. He was like, no, I'm sticking to what we're doing. But Thomas Frank's proven success by actually being adaptable, and that's what Pep, Slot, and Arteta are all kind of doing. They are changing their teams to suit the opposition, whereas these guys aren't doing that, and I think that's where their downfall is sort of potentially going to be, because they've spent Man United have spent so much money And Sesko, I don't think he had a shot. I think he had 5 touches of the ball in the box yesterday. And he's, their striker. And that's Man United. This is Manchester United as well that we're talking about. It'll be interesting to see what Postecoglou does at Forest, actually. I thought that was a surprise that all of that happened. But, yeah, I understand that.
Interesting.
So we in our podcast on our podcast studio day, we did a little segment, didn't we? Which I think we're going to play because of the City United. So shall we go over to that?
Yeah, let's go.
Cool. Enjoy this. It's recorded in a professional studio. We very much enjoyed it, and I think we'll probably call that a day and see you next week.
See you next week. Thanks, guys.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Football Drop Podcast.
Welcome back.
Back
in the sexy studio.
Still here.
You'd never guess that this was recorded at the other time of the other episode. Got a cool one this week. So I know we did a game last season, I think, of like combined 11s and stuff. This probably is going to annoy a lot of people, I'd imagine.
I hope so. That's the intention.
Everyone from Manchester, anyone that supports Manchester United, nobody in this room at all, and anyone that supports Manchester City. Luckily, nobody in this room. The treble winning comparisons. Let's do a combo 11, shall we?
Let's do it.
I think that sounded better than what you were saying earlier. The United treble of this and the City treble of that.
Yeah.
So let's start at the back, shall we? Goalkeeper.
So we've got Edison or Schmeichel.
This is hard.
Is it? Does it feel hard for you?
For me, because you look at the two different eras of football. Obviously, the sort of football I know, I should say, is more kind of like 2000 onwards, and Schmeichel's started to sort of like drop a little bit. And obviously now I'm so used to the modern day football, it's a totally different game.
Okay.
So it depends how you're going to play. If you want your classic goalie that can save shots, but not necessarily great with feet, or you're real. It was good. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he's bad, but I want it's like everyone that's listening, watching is going to absolutely hate me. But you've got Edison, who is a good goalie, but he's brilliant with his feet and can assist goals.
No, this was my era, so I feel.
Yeah, well, you're a lot older.
I feel it's Schmeichel all day long.
Okay, look, I am going to find it hard to disagree because I think you got the legacy side of things.
Yeah,
you build up that hype once they've retired, and you remember it more and more of how good they were. You forget the mistakes and things.
I don't know. It's still United, so I still remember.
And they were quality, yeah. Okay, I'm happy to go. Let's go right back. I think this is pretty easy for us.
So Neville, isn't it?
It's Neville or Walker. It's Walker all day long.
Yeah, I think just the pace and what he brought to that City team was just something else.
100%.
He was always the player. You think about City, he would have been up there. Not maybe not the top sort of player that you'd think of, but he was always a top player.
Yeah.
But whereas Neville, now you might think about him because of, he's in the media a lot, but you wouldn't have thought about him as being a top United player necessarily.
No, he was just reliable. You knew what he was going to get. He was a 7.5 out of 10.
Always.
But he would do everything really well.
Yeah.
Not fantastically. There was nothing outstanding about his attributes, I guess. He was just all round a good, solid player. That's fair to say.
Wouldn't really forgive him for the trouble he gave Reyes in that stupid game when we were stuck on 49. Unbeaten.
Yeah.
Can't forgive him for that. So we have to go Walker.
Yeah, I've got no problem. Yeah, no problem going with Walker on that one. Let's go left back. Dennis Irwin. I didn't even realise this. Or Nathan Ake. Dennis Irwin straight away. I'm not going to worry about left-sided centre-back, right-sided centre-backs and all that.
Okay.
Just
go centre-backs.
Centre-backs.
So Yapstam and Ronnie Johnson.
Yeah.
Who was it? Akanji
and Diaz. For a majority. They did change a little bit. So obviously kind of doing a little bit of a back three at times. But yeah, the main ones were Diaz and Akanji.
So I think Yapstam is probably better than is the best out of those four.
Mm-hmm.
And then for me it would be Akanji or Diaz.
I'd say Diaz. Yeah, so I know he's not got basically any pace at all, but I just feel Diaz knows what he's doing. He's a bit of a leader at the back. Yapstam's obviously just Yapstam. You know what he's going to get, especially that season. He was just incredible.
So Diaz.
Akanji was good.
Akanji is good.
He did a really good job. I think he's dropped a lot. I feel like he's dropped a lot recently. But that season, he was incredible. I think that was his first season with them.
I think you're right, yeah. So who are you going for? Because I feel like you was set on Diaz.
Yeah, I was. I'm kind of talking myself out of it a bit here.
I think Diaz.
Yeah, I do still think Diaz.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think Diaz.
Okay.
That's a strong back
so we got
Schmeichel.
Oh, yeah.
Dennis Irwin, Kyle Walker, Diaz and Yapstam. That's solid, isn't it?
That is solid. And it's quite even as well. So I feel like,
Yeah, there's less hatred. There's less hatred so far. Right. What formation are we going to play here?
Got to go 4-4-2.
4-4-2.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love a 4-4-2 formation.
Okay. I mean, that makes it easier for strikers, I suppose, for us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that what you're doing it?
Pretty much.
Okay. So central midfield, you've got Roy Keane.
Yeah.
Paul Scholes.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a little bit more difficult. So then you've got Rodri.
Yeah.
De Bruyne. Gundogan. You could argue Silva, but he's probably more the right, so we'll keep that as a right-sided one for options.
It's just got tough, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's got really tough.
I thought this was going to be a lot easier.
Yeah, because Rodri, Ballon d'Or winner.
Then you look at Roy Keane.
But then we're never going to meet. So.
I
think it's got to be Rodri. He won the Ballon d'Or for a reason. He is.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't
and the down.
But in a 4-4-2,
yeah,
that's the thing.
Because with the 4-4-2, you'd normally have you'd have Keane who would drop back and Scholes who would go forward, say, in that 4-4-2.
Okay, yeah, Rodri. I agree with you with Rodri.
Okay,
who plays with him though?
Scholes.
Really, De Bruyne for me.
De Bruyne is 6.
De Bruyne. I feel like De Bruyne. I feel like his passing's better than Scholes.
Prime Scholes.
No, I'm not having it. I mean, I've never been a fan of Scholes. Never been a fan. I think he's hyped up, especially now. I think he's so hyped up and overrated. And again, it's that legacy thing. I'll say it throughout this episode, I'm sure. That legacy of Paul Scholes. I'm not saying he was a bad player by any stretch, but I just feel like it's hyped up to the point of, was he really that good? Or are you just remembering really good stuff and then remembering like the conversation with that person or that person or that person? Yeah, he's really good. Or back in my day, it was this. I'm not. I think De Bruyne's better. And in my team, I would go De Bruyne. Yeah,
Virtual. I'm shocked.
Yeah, I'm not budging from De Bruyne.
I don't know, like Scholes, the way he could pass a ball, hit a ball.
De Bruyne's better movement. Look at the assist. Look at the numbers. Okay, just look at the stats. De Bruyne's got more goals, more assists.
You don't know this?
I do. We'll fact check it after, but I'm pretty certain. I'm not going to just like sit on here and Google it because it looks really bad. But
fine.
I'm going De Bruyne. Yeah. I'm going to play a trump card.
All right.
And overrule it.
Okay.
So we've got Rodri and De Bruyne in midfield.
That's insane.
I don't think it is.
Okay, fine.
I don't think it is. So left wing, we've got Jack Grealish, Ryan Giggs.
Giggs, yeah?
Giggs.
Right, cool.
I was going to try and argue, but no.
No,
he's just can't. Right midfield. I think this is quite easy, actually. David Beckham or Bernardo Silva.
I don't think that's as easy as you make out. I think that's really difficult. Bernardo Silva is so underrated.
I think maybe I'm a bit biased here, but I can't stand him. He's such a dirty player.
Yeah.
And every time he plays Arsenal, he's an absolute shitbag.
Yeah. But I think that's... If he's on your team, though, you'd appreciate it.
Yeah, maybe. I just can't get over that. He just really wants.
Yeah, I don't.
He's not far off my El Hadj Diouf kind of beef. Yeah, I do.
I don't think I've ever mentioned him so much since knowing you.
What's funny is I don't think you've mentioned it. I think I just brought it up.
Yeah,
and still do.
I will go Beckham.
Yeah, I think Beckham. I just think what Beckham can do or could do, especially in that 99 team as well.
The passes, the free kicks.
Yeah, imagine him next to De Bruyne.
Corners.
Imagine the interplay they can do. And if you're a striker, how many goals are you going to get with
Oh,
them
well,
two?
we'll get to that. Can you imagine?
That's mental.
Whoever these two strikers are, and you've
So we've
got
got-
Beckham and De Bruyne.
Oh, honestly. I mean, to be fair, Rodri can throw the ball as well.
Yeah.
So we've got
So good
Giggs
Skull.
on the left. Yeah, he's not in our team. Scholes is rubbish, mate. You got Rodri and De Bruyne in the centre with Giggs on the left, Beckham on the right. We're keeping it really
It's
even.
quite
aren't
even.
we?
Isn't it?
Yeah.
It's quite even.
And I think this is going to be even, well, it's 100% even because City have only got one striker. We've got two slots.
Okay, got Arnie.
So you got
Good.
Erling Haaland, Dwight York, and Andy Cole.
Which one do you prefer, Andy Cole or Dwight York?
I'll be honest. So I'm not genned up enough on the differences with those as
Right.
players.
Okay.
But in terms of their performance, I didn't really watch them.
Really?
Well, I was only 6.
Okay.
6 going on 7 then. You were like 17, 18. You was watching football regularly. You knew what it was about.
I just remember the combo was unreal. They were almost as good as each other. I always preferred Cole.
Would that work in your team then, though? Because I suppose, do you add that as part of that dynamic? Because obviously you want the team to work and function, which I think is why somehow we've actually done it right. We've got those partnerships a little bit.
I'm still not letting you have Skulls. If that's what you're trying to do,
Goals.
No. Like getting away from the fact that it's the worst decision.
It's not the worst. It's a great decision.
Um,
You've got 2 City players in the middle. So you've got a United centre back and a City centre back that links to the middle and to the sides. You got left back, right backs that can link. It's working perfectly. We should be managers.
okay.
This is why FPL works.
So who have you decided striker? Obviously, I think
Erling Haaland has to go.
I'll go Haaland.
I think just for the sheer presence of him and his numbers already.
But I think
I've played my card. You can play yours here. You choose whoever you want.
yeah, I think I'd be inclined to go Cole personally.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Especially with, some of the stuff that he did. I mean, he's scored a lot of goals.
He did score a lot of goals. This isn't as difficult as I thought it was going to be.
No.
So
I think the sticking point for me is still
it's Scholes.
midfield.
Okay, put the argument to say Scholes should be there instead of De Bruyne. I've watched him play.
So
I've
what didn't you
definitely
like
watched him
about
play.
him?
I just don't think he had the same effect and presence as what De Bruyne has on, or what De Bruyne had on City.
The titles that United won across that period of time with that class of 92. You'll never see anything. I don't think you'll ever see anything like that.
The titles that City won with De Bruyne at the heart of it all.
Yeah.
Same thing. The eras were very dominant. United had some competition from different teams at different points. City didn't have lots of competition.
Exactly. That's the thing. The way the Premier League was back then.
Because De Bruyne was so good, he made so many other players around him so good. United had to really fight and scrap and just about got through.
It was a different era of football.
I'm not debating that. I'm not debating that at all.
The tackles were tackles, not as much as, back in.
Yeah, I did see some highlights the other day of Arsenal United ones. Man,
unreal.
Don't know how there was only yellow. Some of them was like, oh, yeah.
I know.
Like, he stabbed his leg.
Yeah, yeah. Unreal.
But,
and there was some serious teams there that would, put all their men behind the ball, and it was a lot more physical.
Yeah,
and the Arsenal United rivalry as well was absolutely insane. The City Liverpool, with that.
I'm not buying. I'm not even buying into that being a rivalry.
Really?
There was no fire with it. It was, for me, it felt, and I remember saying this to you, there was build up. Maybe. But there was build up a couple of seasons ago of that City-Liverpool rivalry. Oh, they're like these big, they're not. They're not. They're just both really good teams at the time. It wasn't a proper rivalry.
That's what makes it a rivalry, because they're fighting for the...
Yeah, but for me, it just didn't, it felt like it was hyped up and really like just almost forced rather than like naturally happening.
You wanted pizza, Chuck.
Like Arsenal, that'd be pizza. I'll just be that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you would. Yeah.
But like the Arsenal United rivalry in the early 2000s was they hated each other. All the players have said it. We hated each other. We wanted to go out and hurt each other on the pitch at times.
They did.
But they respected each other because it was such tightly contested games. Obviously, then Chelsea came about and then just added like fire to everything. And that worked. It was a genuine rivalry with teams then. But I feel like it was a City and Liverpool thing. It didn't really last that long. And it wasn't like fireworks. It was just too good to. Maybe it's just a different type of rivalry. But for me, it just didn't have the same kind of oomph and fire and I don't know, presence about it.
Probably because of the contact and the refereeing and
different eras, as you said, maybe.
Yeah, I think it's got a lot to do with that. I think there was, they went toe to toe a lot, and there was, 100 odd points, weren't there?
Yeah, I mean, it was great football. I think that's football was a winner, lads. Like it works, but yeah, for me, I think it was hyped up and really just tried to force it.
Yeah.
Rather than a natural thing of just let the football do the talking. Because if they did and there was no forcing with the media, and I get media is different now as well. But yeah, I think I know we've gone off topic here, but yeah.
Yeah,
that's not it. So yeah, in essence, De Bruyne is in the centre of the pitch with Rodri.
Fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
So final question. Out of those teams they played right now, who would win?
Out of the
United 11 and that City 11. So we've got our combo. We know our combo would beat any team in the world, except the Arsenal Invincibles. But who would win out of those two teams?
It would be really tight. It would be really...
Don't sit on the fence.
It would be really interesting to see, and I'd love to watch a couple of the games, like the new against the old sort of games. I think that'd be brilliant. I do think that the United team would probably win it, just with the physicality that I think they'd overrun them. And I think, when you look back, the pace that they would have had, the balls that they would have been able to have pinged, and the partnership with York and Cole, I think it would have been too much for Akanji and Diaz.
That's so interesting. I thought exact opposite.
Of course, yeah.
I genuinely did though as well, because I think the way that City team passed the ball around and the fitness levels now, comparatively.
But don't forget, if United made a substitution, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer will score.
Yeah,
that will happen.
That is true. Yeah. Yeah, it's a good point. I didn't really think of subs, but
and they had Teddy Sheringham as well that would probably score.
Yeah, that's not what Teddy Sheringham. He would score. He would score. No, I still think City. If it's just at 11-11, no subs, 90 minutes, I think that City team would win, just for probably the style of football. They just had different ideas.
I think they get absolutely ruined from playing it out from the back. They're playing it out from the back. They've got Akanji Diaz, Kyle Walker, and Nathan Ake against Beckham, Cole, York, and Ryan Giggs, with Scholes and Roy Keane just sitting in the middle. No one's hitting. Who's going to win out of Roy Keane and De Bruyne?
Well, it'd be Rodri on him, wouldn't it?
Wow.
Rodri would the sheer size of Rodri.
Over Keane? I reckon Keane would beat him now.
Keane's menacing, don't get me wrong, and he would just happily throw a punch. But Rodri, he's a big guy. He just rolls around a lot. But he's a big guy. I don't know why I'm really backing City here.
I don't.
I
don't change your T-shirt?
No, absolutely not. I'd feel sick if I did.
You like the sky blues?
Look, we are sky blue in our teams. Let's not say that. Yeah, look, we're allowed to disagree.
Normally do.
But yeah, you reckon tight 1-0?
I think it'll be close. Yeah, I think it will be a 1-0, 2-1 sort of
game. 2-1 City.
Yeah.
So goalie, let's just recap. Schmeichel.
Yeah.
Left back Irwin, Diaz, Akanji, and Kyle Walker.
You missed that, didn't you? You missed Irwin. You must have missed him.
Yeah, I don't. I hear the hype. I'm like, yeah, cool. You go for it. That's fine. Monreal's better. I'm joking. Clarity. Then we've got Giggs, Rodri, De Bruyne, and Beckham, and Haaland and Cole. That's a good 11, isn't it?
It is a good team. That
is a good 11. Yeah, I'm sure we're going to get hate for this, so let us know what you think. But yeah, I'm happy with the team. I know you're not, but I'm very happy with that team.
Yeah, I mean, overall, I think it's a winner.
Yeah.
I think they'll win the treble.
Would they win the quad?
I don't know. If Ferguson's in charge, he wouldn't play the Carabao, would he? He'd be like, nah. Maybe with Pep, he quite liked it.
Yeah.
Who would you have?
That's
Pep or Sir Alex?
You got to go Sir Alex.
Yeah.
Yeah. You've just got to go him.
I think if you've got a majority of Man United players, you'd have to go Sir Alex. But I think Pep is a tactician, and he's more of a man manager. I think he's good with the players.
Yeah.
Whereas Fergie was a lot more strict, wasn't he? And
yeah, but I think with Fergie, he wouldn't let you drop.
You needed to have that mentality, didn't you, to work with Fergie?
Yeah, I'd still go Fergie, I think. Yeah. Just because you just know he's going to win. He'll win with a bang average team. Whereas Pep needs to buy a lot of players and he seems to have the expensive players to then get his ideas across.
I mean, that last Fergie team
was awful, really.
Yeah.
There were 8 defenders at one point. They beat us 8-2. Wasn't it? Or 7 or 8 defenders, like recognised defenders on the pitch.
The highlights came up. The algorithm's gone wrong somewhere here. What is going on?
Yeah, it does. It hurts. It really does hurt. But yeah, guys, when you listen at home, let us know your thoughts. Anything you disagree with, let us know. Just don't argue about skulls. I don't care. I'm not going to listen. But anything else, if there's anyone else you think, let us know. And maybe we'll do a follow up on it and do a different team. If you've got any other suggestions as well, let us know.
Thank you very much.
Right. Cheers, guys. See you soon.